السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، حياكم الله. اليوم معكم يوسف من قناة يوسف الزرقاء. اليوم في فيديو جديد. اليوم راح نحضر فيديو أشياء بتخوف. هاي المرة الثانية اللي بعملها على قناتي. إذا بدكم إياني أعملها إشي بعمله كل أسبوع. لا تنسوا تحطوا لايك وسبسكرايب وتفعلوا الجرس عشان تشوفوا كمان فيديوهات مجنون راح أنزلها بالمستقبل. اليوم بدنا نحضر فيديو عن 10 أشياء بتخوف لقوها على الكاميرات. كاميرات تلفزيون ب 2022. فإذا بدكم تشوفوا كمان زي هدول الفيديوهات اكتبوا بالكومنت إنه بدكم تشوفوا كمان فيديوهات. راح أصير أنا أنزل مرتين بالأسبوع. فيا رب تحبوا هذا الفيديو ويلا نبلش. هي أول إشي. إذا هذا الفيديو بيكون كثير بنحضر كمان فيديو. اكتبوا بالكومنت إذا بتحبوا عصير راني المانجا. معي شوية صافي دول معاي. ولا شو بخوف لما بس هذا هو المقطع. خلينا نشوف فيديو ثاني. هلا برجع لكم. اوكي هينا رجعنا بفيديو جديد. اليوم بدنا نحضر 10 اشياء شافوها الناس بتخوف. يلا نبلش.
The reason I called and the reason I managed to get here, this is one of the most scariest things I've ever done. I'm terrified.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 creepiest things caught on body cam footage.
I need Narcan! I got you.
For this list, we'll be looking at the scariest and most unsettling things that were reportedly captured by police officers and other authority figures wearing body cameras. How would you have reacted to these situations? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, escaping a kidnapper. A man named Melvin Porter kidnapped his ex-girlfriend and drove her down the East X freeway in Texas.
It's a miracle this woman was not injured.
She asked Porter to pull over at a gas station so she could use the restroom, which allowed police officers the time to arrive at the station to arrest Porter. When the criminal allegedly reached for a weapon, they opened fire, leading to a shootout. During the tense exchange, one of the police officers manages to attract the attention of the victim and escorts her to safety. The woman is shaken but very appreciative, and she would be okay. Porter was killed in the gunfight.
Thank you.
Number 9, the Arlington Monster. Police officers get some weird calls, weird and terrifying. The creep factor of this video comes not in the visuals but the audio. As officers sit in their car, they get a report of an unknown creature that is stalking the nearby area.
I'm sure of what kind of animal it is, but it's 8 or 9 feet tall.
The imagination is certainly spurned when the creature is described. It allegedly stands around 8 feet tall and is walking on 5 legs.
This character's name is Sai.
Okay.
Is based on your psychological image of what fear is. I'm nothing specific, just your imagination. That's why you probably got a lot of different descriptions.
The police officers head out into the night to investigate, probably wondering just what in the heck they're getting themselves into. Luckily, everything turned out okay.
And you have so many calls.
But I did not mean to cause a disturbance.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's
Unusual.
It's very unusual.
It was just a man in an elaborate Halloween costume, and the police joked around and even took photos as a little memento. Number 8, stopping a radical. This footage seems like any other confrontational arrest. Police hold the suspect on the ground, apply pressure to his back, and slap a pair of handcuffs on him.
What's your first name?
They proceed to go through his pockets and find 3 concealed knives. That's plenty scary enough, but the true horror comes from the story behind the arrest. This man is a bomb maker and a prospective terrorist named Khalid Ali.
Oh, have a knife? No, just get out. Bad knife.
Ali was arrested following an extensive counter...
فيديو ما بخوف يعني أشياء بتصير بالعالم يعني. طب هاي.
Select your favorite character. Lisa.
There's nothing quite as mysterious or scary as someone going missing. But even more peculiar are the ways in which...
استنوا خلينا الاقي فيديو جد ما بخوف كويس. هلا برجع لكم. هيني رجعت ولقيت فيديو يعني زي ما انتم شايفين. هذا نفس القناة موجو بس راح يورجينا 10 من اكثر فيديوهات بتخوف على اليوتيوب.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content.
بعمل فيديوهات
For
جديدة
this
كل
list,
يوم.
we're examining those videos found on the dark side of YouTube, where only the brave dare venture. Whether they're works of fiction or something that actually happened, these videos either scare us or unsettle us, intentionally or not. If there's a video you think should be on here, be sure to check out our original list of the top 10 scary YouTube videos. Number 10, the Wyoming incident.
Republican President Jackson.
Words. Just words on a screen. This probably wouldn't be that scary if the questions being asked of us weren't so damn ambiguous and frightening, especially considering this video supposedly interrupted a news broadcast. The ominous music and disturbing imagery all add to the illusion that our minds are somehow being manipulated. Although it's actually only a part of an alternate reality game / creepypasta, the video still wants to make us look away. And the fact that the game has lasted over a decade and has delved into sadistic rituals doesn't help matters in any way.
The range of frequency, when played for long periods of time, causes the eyes to subtly vibrate, sometimes inducing visual hallucinations.
Number 9, salad fingers. Fear of the unknown is very common, and in Salad Fingers' case, we just don't know what the hell we're watching, at least at first. We hear piercing sound effects, see mysterious creatures, and observe their peculiar wants. Even so, when we come to understand what we're watching, this does us no favors. It's still a bizarre cartoon coming from a talented, albeit weird mind. The episodes delve into themes of death, captivity, and general madness. While Spoons is just the first in this Flash animation series, it's arguably the most shudder-inducing.
I like rusty spoons.
Number 8, Haunt. Stop motion is spooky in general. Just the erratic movements can result in goosebumps. Take this filmmaking technique, add in a dark set, ominous music, and possibly the scariest thing of all, dolls, and you've got one unsettling viewing experience. While some of the uneasiness could have been alleviated had the doll's eyes not merely been just huge black holes, that's beside the point. This college project is expertly crafted and has a generally unnerving monster in it, coupled with some effective jump scares. Number 7, The Swedish Rhapsody.
وكمان نسيت اقول لكم انا عامل تحدي مع صاحبي اسمه قصاي. قصاي بتحضر هذا الفيديو كيفك؟ عملنا تحدي اذا انا بخاف من واحد هذول الفيديوهات لازم بس اذا انا ما بخاف لازم واحد منا يضرب بيضة على راسه. إذا أنا بخاف لازم أضرب بيضة على راسي. إذا أنا ما بخاف هو لازم يضرب بيضة على راسه. بنهاية الفيديو بنشوف. فيلا نكمل.
Wearing headphones for this one, unless it's for immersion's sake. It is only a song, but it's one no one wants to hear on the radio anytime soon. While the jingles and the cryptic words make for a terrifying enough combination, the Swedish Rhapsody became even more infamous when reversed clips from the number station were featured in a deep web game called Sad Satan. Yes, even the title of that game is enough to send chills down the spine. And not the good kind. Number 6. My dead great-grandma's coffin in my own backyard. We don't get that scared watching this video, but when we stop to think about what's actually being said, we get seriously freaked out. Funerals are expensive. Everybody gets that. The casket alone is very costly, not to mention the upkeep of the spot in a cemetery. Still, burying a loved one, especially a human loved one, in your backyard is questionable. However, there's no question that the idea of digging them up and kissing them on the mouth is just straight up terrifying. Well, what about watching someone else do that? Yep, this might be the worst kind of scary. Number 5, username 666. The number 666 is the sign of the devil to many. So you know that anything related to that number isn't likely to be about good little fairies and princesses.
Yes.
To be honest, we can't quite figure out what goes on in these videos by username 666. But that's not why they're so off-putting. Basically, they're a mishmash of horrific noises and imagery, with various monstrosities like head-spinning babies, insects, and creepy faces showing up. Someday, random unsettling imagery like this might not be considered scary, but today is not that day. Number 4, Paris catacombs lost man footage. The idea that there are catacombs beneath the City of Light is a weird enough thing to wrap your mind around. Think about it. The people of Paris literally have the bones of over 6 million dead people beneath them. And some Parisians have been brave enough to venture down there. But sometimes it's not all excitement and wonder. The catacombs are a twisting maze of corridors that all look basically the same. And without a light, it's just pitch black. In this case, one poor soul seems to have gotten trapped down there, and panic quickly sets in when he realizes time is running out. Number 3, Japanese Ghost, the Haunted Hospital.
الفيديو وقفته عشان أشيل الآد.
Fake or not, this video gives us chills. The suspense is palpable, and the very beginning oozes foreboding. This is a video that'll have you covering your eyes, whether you believe in ghosts or not. Even if it isn't real, the pacing effectively creates a sense of dread, preparing us for something truly frightening. We can see the horror in the reporter's eyes, and we find ourselves hoping that she and the crew get out of there fast. At one point, the reporter states that the building is set to be demolished, and we can only hope that it takes these terrifying ghosts with it. Number 2, Begotten. Holy hell. The first 10 minutes of this film are enough to rattle you to the core, but then you have to get through another hour of it, if you dare. Begotten is an experimental feature film, and if the goal was to disturb and unnerve, then they've definitely succeeded. It was released in 1990, but without knowing that, you'd be fooled into thinking it was filmed in the 1920s. And you know what? Words cannot accurately describe the horror on screen. But if you've seen some of the creatures from Silent Hill, you'd at least have an idea of the type of fear and emotion the film conveys. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
はテリー等というコメディアンって言わないな、なんていうのかな、タレントみたいな変なおっさんがいて。
Number 1. Annalisa Michel exorcism audio tapes. As fantastical and far-fetched as it seems, this audio is from a real event. Annalisa Michel was a young German woman who underwent exorcism rites in the year leading up to her death. What followed was a controversial court case that resulted in her parents and the priests involved in the exorcism being charged with negligent homicide. The film The Exorcism of Emily Rose is based in part on these events, but the reality is far more horrific. Although terrifying to hear, her screams are also heartbreaking. And whether this was a genuine case of possession or a person living with mental illness is left for you to decide.
Mental poopies. Mental poopies.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos.
Scary, but not scary enough for me. ما بخوفوا. قصي انت خسرت التحدي، لا تضرب بيضة براسك. بشوفكم فيديو ثاني. باي باي.